Of course, one can only play so many home games before it comes time to take the show on the road. And where there's a road gig, there's almost certainly a new story to tell.
As you travel, was there a special experience or moment that just stands out as like, man, that's crazy? Like, that would have never happened had we not had this band, you know?
It was like the best, worst trip we could have ever taken. Yeah. We got stuck in the mud, had to pull the trailer off, push the car out, ended up meeting some really cool bands, and then got moved and ended up meeting some really cool fans. And you know, it was just a crazy experience.
There were these storms that were going on, and we ended up like sleeping in the car one day, and we're just like, you know, stiff as can be. Anyway, this reporter comes, he's like, oh, you guys are one of the bands. It's like, let me talk about your night, and you know, he interviews us for a good 20 minutes, and then he doesn't take anything out of the interview, but Hip Hopotamus said we're all a little stiff. It's like,
Venditos, we've toured about 60,000 miles since '04, and I had a 82 International school bus that I turned into an RV. We've had some interesting times on the road. I left a bass player in New Orleans one time.
An actual human?
Yeah.
You left a human being?
The bass player and all his equipment.
Not the bass, you left a human.
Not the bass, the person.
We made sure we got
For how long?
We didn't go back and get him.
hey, check this out. We played a show once, I'm not making any of this up. There's no one there except for the bartender, okay? And he comes up between songs, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go home and make a sandwich. Will you guys, if someone comes in, like, just have them get a beer. We're like, okay, and so he leaves, and like, there's not even a bartender in the bar. And so we just kept playing. What are you gonna do?
We were going to Austin, and I only had enough money to get there, so I didn't get to eat on the way.
Nice.
Scrounged up to get there, and we're thinking, you know, we're gonna probably make quite a bit at this venue. We're thinking, yeah, there's gonna be tons of people there. We're gonna make a great amount of money. Well, there were a lot of people there, but I guess the money was going to the DJs, and turns out we were only compensated $40 for the whole endeavor of Oklahoma to Austin. So we got to have breakfast and gas.
I thought I lost you, shiny star. I cast out your light and there I will go. You know that I've been sleeping alone for a while. Sweetest sky, find the shiny star.
There are a lot of awful motel rooms in this world.
But I personally don't feel like myself unless I'm on the road. Disgusting cockroach motel rooms are beautiful. I think you can write your best songs in them. I think being on the road for months at a time, you test yourself. It is hard after a while, like your lows are so low and your highs are so high. I love being on the road.
I think for us, the biggest obstacle has been physical health. Hotel or not, we a lot of times end up crashing on, you know, musicians' floors or whoever.
And they are dirty.
They're nasty, yeah. But like you said, it's necessary. Like, sure. If you want to be a serious musician, you have to do it. You know?
Well, that's the work.
It's not just the road that can work a musician's tail off. Getting out there and gigging is a full-time investment of time and energy that often serves as a second full-time job.
Everybody's got other stuff going on. Like, I've got a job and I play acoustic gigs all the time.
I'm actually a school teacher. And
really?
Cool.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
and he's graphic design, so we have day jobs, hoping to not have day jobs, maybe someday.
It's like people who just drove to the place, they don't realize that your life has been completely dedicated and submitted, and dang, they're suffering, being broke.
But even when you still have the job and you still go out and do it, that still says something too.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Most of us work full-time, at least 40 hours a week at other jobs, you know, and we have to request off time for that.
Yeah.
Some of these shows that we get lined up, you know, trying to get ourselves out there, we don't know if we're gonna make enough money to get back, to get gas in the bus.
That's another thing, is trying to balance it, you know?
It's not all fun and games. In fact, I really resent, and yet I use the verb to play a show. Play is a misnomer. I'm working. To work is the verb that should be used. I'm going to work a show.
Well, I got me a job in Detroit, baby, just working in a factory.
because it's a hassle, of course, and you got all these things that want your time, but it's out of love. For that little bit of time, that 45-minute slot that you get or whatever, we go through so much hell.
So where is all this heading? Well, you may be surprised to learn that not all of them are gunning for the cover of the Rolling Stone. The dreams are as diverse as the artists themselves.
Indie is kind of the new popular with bands like Death Cab and the New Pornographers and just all these bands. They are able to keep it kind of down low without using like big giant record label support. It's pretty cool that it's kind of evolving that way.
If we make it big, if we make money doing it, that's cool, that'll be awesome. But I want to keep it real and I want to keep it raw and in your face. I want to make music 20 years from now. I want to keep doing it till I die.
I think it'd be hard to let a song go, but that being said, I mean, I would love to see, you know, Carrie Underwood or Miranda Lambert or somebody do one of my songs. That would, I think it'd be great. And if I can stay home with my dogs and kick up my feet, you know, maybe not work as hard, it wouldn't be so bad either.
Be all right.
Yeah, but I'm completely happy with the guitar singing in a living room.
It's definitely for fun, but we also want to make a living out of it.
Yes.
So we're just kind of like, I guess, trying to run it like a small business.
I want to be rich.
There it is.
The art definitely has to outweigh the financial
In
point
all
of that,
seriousness, yes.
because that's what makes it good. You know, a beautiful piece of art isn't going to be constructed by someone who is doing it just for money and fame.
If I could emulate somebody's career, and I keep bringing her up, is Bonnie Raitt. That woman is going to be able to put out records for the rest of her life because of the hard work that she's put in and what she has done, and people take her seriously. She can keep up with the boys, she's toured her butt off. I mean, she can do anything that she wants for the rest of her life and do her creativity and her music the way that she wants to for the rest of her life because of how hard she's worked.
A couple careers that come to mind that I would really like to model myself after would be maybe Ryan Adams or Damien Rice, who, you know, kind of doing their acoustic things, but who kind of have a lot of, you know, versatility. And there's a girl named Kaki King. She's a phenomenal guitar player, songwriter. She even, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie August Rush, but she was the girl that did all the crazy guitar work on that.
Yes.
You know, I'd love to have a career kind of like that where you're really pretty far under the radar, but you're still getting to do so much like impressive stuff.
And I'm an American dreamer who's come apart at the seams, but I'll wait for you forever, for you, my American dream.
Honestly, I love to play. I will not turn down a gig. I don't care if it pays or not. I play every freaking night because I love to do it. And I think that's why we started being musicians in the first place, is because we were good at something. And we had something to show to people, something that they couldn't do themselves, something that didn't further our careers, that furthered the world, you know? And so, I mean, that's what I want. I don't have a career path. I'm just gonna play until I die.
Mountainous creative challenges, limited respect, long trips with lousy accommodations, endless hours of hard work, and little or no money. With a job description like that, you gotta wonder, what keeps them going?
I feel like I can't get enough. It's just like, why do you play in 3 bands and play every night and do that and practice? Like, because I really couldn't go without it. It's really like a drug to me. It's like something I have to do. I feel inspired to do it and driven to do it and to make it happen. And when it all pays off, when you're on the stage and, you know, just people going nuts, or you have a good video shoot or a good recording, they play back something and you're just like, man, that was excellent. That was awesome. We did it there.
When people listen to a song and, you know, some kid walks up to you and he's like, man, that song just made me feel something. It's just like that same thing that you felt the first time from something that you've done. Like, you get to keep on paying it on for a while. I mean, I don't know, and I think I have some positive things I want to say to people. I feel like sharing.
I love writing and singing and performing live, you know. it's kind of a special thing because you're kind of out there, you're by yourself, so you're so alone, but at the same time, I mean, you feel really kind of powerful. Like, it's kind of the one place where I ever feel like no one can really touch me.
Playing music is, I mean, the only time that I even feel good about myself. I mean, it's worth it. It's the only thing that gets me through. It doesn't matter if it's in front of the cover of the Rolling Stone or if we're upstairs at TAPWERKS on Friday afternoon. That's the only thing that's worthwhile.
Mainly the stuff that I've written has been gospel criteria, you know, older gospel stuff, and I mainly kind of dedicated myself to that when my mother got sick a couple of years ago. So I feel like those, to me, are the ones that really mean a lot.
And it's an outlet for you, and it's a way to express yourself.
Yes, yes, and I feel like those are the ones that really come from the heart, you know.
I'm doing something that I just feel like my body has to do. It's such a release. I'm in another world whenever I'm playing. But what's great about it is when somebody else that you don't even know, you know, you've never even met, and they take something from that, and when they tell you how awesome that is, and it's so awesome to them, and it's so awesome to you in a totally different way. I mean, it all just comes back around to you, and everybody needs music, you know, everybody needs it. It's part of life.
Maybe you could be the one.
Local music defines and enriches a community, and it only thrives with your support. So treat yourself to a night out sometime and cheer on a local musician. They've earned it.
I still recall the first time that I saw her, standing right next to a new Corvette. I knew right then and there I had to have her. That's one choice I never will regret. The days and weeks and months have flown between us. The miles we've traveled sure have been a few. I know I'm not the man that I once was, but she looks just as good as when she was brand new. Through the pine trees of eastern Oklahoma, through the wheat fields up in Tennessee, down Detroit Avenue up in Tulsa, or on Main Street downtown OKC. We turn every head our way, we're never out of place. I'm talking about my Chevy truck and me. Looking back on our first day together, taking those old back roads just for fun. It's a strange way to feel about leather, glass, and steel, but I know that I can't be the only one. Through the pine trees of eastern Oklahoma, through the wheat fields up in Tennessee, down Detroit Avenue up in Tulsa, on Main Street downtown OKC. We turn every head our way, we're never out of place. I'm talking about my Chevy truck and me. I'm talking about my Chevy truck and me. I still recall the first time that I saw her.